I mean, honestly, as a vegan, sometimes I spend a lot of time alone.
Greetings! This is Jason of Vegan Hacks Pod. I'm introducing an interview I had with Anita Dollar. She's an activist and social media influencer based in Osaka, Japan. And we sat down for lunch and conversation. We talked about what we do, culture, activism. It's a really compelling conversation, so check it out.
So
I can relate.
So I don't know. I'm used to like I've traveled alone by myself. Like a lot of times, maybe like as a filmmaker, I would go to film festivals and then I'd be by myself, and then I'd try to seek out a vegan place. And so there was a lot of times where I'd be by myself, looking for some place to eat or looking.
I mean, honestly, sometimes it's easier by yourself than if you're with like non-vegans, because they will just give you like, they will make it harder for you to like find vegan places, right? So it's easier.
Yeah, also it's kind of different too today because we're also creating content. So we have a mission.
That's true. You go there and like you can just talk to people and say like, hey, what you doing there? But yeah.
I also feel like when I'm with someone, I tend to be even more outgoing than normally.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's so much easier to feel a bit like at home because, you know, like I don't know, I feel like it's safer when I'm with someone, right? Like alone. Yeah. You can't leave your stuff, for example. So you're like less free to move around. I don't know.
And then you were impressing me because you have like amazing language skills. I've seen you speak French and German. I haven't seen the Japanese coming out yet.
Well, you saw me speak Japanese in Japan, right?
No, I didn't. I don't think I ever did.
Like,
no, I think
I think you did. I promise I speak.
So do you feel like language is one of your superpowers?
I don't. With Japanese, honestly, I'm still struggling even after 8 years in Osaka. So, or like 8 years in Japan, 4 of them in Osaka. Recently, I've been trying harder and harder because my work also like requires more Japanese. But yeah, I don't know. Like European languages, like once you know English and German, and I did Latin in school, right? In German school, we often do like learn Latin for 5 years. So I guess French came pretty easily to me because I was also so immersed. But I feel like there was always a reason for why I learned a language. I don't know if I would call it. I feel like I pick it up harder than other people I meet, but yeah, like I can easily.
And we met someone famous you spoke German to. What show are they on?
Selling Sunset. It's like a real estate show where they sell like property, really nice properties.
We met the evil villainess.
Yes, exactly. Davina is her name, I think.
Davina,
She's from Hamburg, where I lived before I came to Japan.
So you had a dream of going to one particular place, and where was it? And where did we meet this famous villainess?
Air One. I cringe at myself, but I had this on my LA bucket list to go to Air One once because it's just a meme. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we did, and it was actually quite fun. It was great. Fun. It was great hanging out with someone famous.
Until they messed up my smoothie.
Yes, they messed up her smoothie.
Yeah, like I ordered the whimsical something. It was purple. The sign for it was purple, so I decided to go for it. And they donate stuff to like a kitten nursery, so it's perfect for me. But there's honey in there, so I asked, "Hey, I'm vegan. Is it vegan without the honey? Can you like not put the honey?" And then we wait, and I asked like, "Where's my smoothie?" And they said, "Yeah, we have to remake it because we put the honey in." So I'm glad that I don't just struggle being vegan in Japan, but there are struggles in America too. Even though I wish they could just like make it without animals in the first place. But well.
Yeah, you know, at Air One, it seems like they're sneaking in a lot of animal products into a lot of their smoothies now. You're seeing stuff with like cow collagen and raw milk. Everything that's like on social media ends up in a Air One smoothie. And before Air One, where did we go?
We went to the farmer's market and the Grove. And the farmer's market, we had a specific purpose goal. We went to Bestie's, the vegan. Is that supermarket? Yeah, it's like a supermarket.
It's called Bestie's
store.
Vegan Paradise. Yeah, I like
it's a paradise.
It's sort of like a convenience store for vegans.
Yeah, I've been
And
to
for
the-
everyone.
Yeah. I've been to the other one. Last time I was in LA for like literally 10 hours, but of course I hit up the other besties. So it was cool because it was like a bit more chill and like you could sit down in the farmer's market. We also had a little walk around the farmer's market. But yeah, and Jason of course already knew all the vegan workers at Besties, so that was really great.
I actually just knew one, but I guess the other ones knew me, so it all worked out. Everybody knows everyone, and
But they are
it's a
very
small.
sweet.
The vegan community is very small. We all know each other,
Shout out.
one
Shout
way
out
or
to
another.
Roxanne especially.
Yeah,
Also
yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, so super cool people working at Besties, and they have just an amazing curated thing products. There's actually 3 locations of Besties now. They have a farmers market location, they have an East Hollywood location, they have one downtown at the Row. And they're all various basic things. The thing that really blew me away at Besties was the deli sandwich they made for us.
Oh my God, so good. Yeah.
It was made with prime roots meat. It
3
was
different ones, right? Like salami.
salami. It was prime
Some
roots
kind of
salami, prime roots black forest ham, and prime roots pepperoni.
And the cheese on it was so good too. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan, like we don't really have good vegan cheese, TBH. Yeah.
So and then now we're at fromage because I needed to bring
The cheese.
Anita to see
We're
Yusuf,
sampling cheeses today.
the cheese master, and so yeah, fromage is here in Sunset. So it's been pretty fun. So what are your impressions of LA? I mean,
Oh.
you're obviously a tourist right now, but you've been to LA before.
Yeah, but like even then, like my friend just drove me around to like the stores I wanted. Thank you so much, Veronica. Yeah, what's my impression so far? Like I love that it's sunny in Osaka. In Osaka, it's like really cold right now. It was even snowing a bit when I left. So I just enjoy the sun. I have like my rented car and I just blast music and drive around.
She's driving around in a convertible Mustang. For your information.
My little sustainability journey. With my little American road trip team, because I'm going to road trip to San Diego too, right? What's my impressions of LA? I mean, like you took me to only the vegan spots, so I think I get like the best filtered like cut through LA.
Well, Air One is really not vegan, but it's definitely vegan friendly.
Yeah. But like, yeah, even generally, I feel like very well guided. What's my impression? I don't know. I've not been here for 24 hours. Last time I barely left the car. We just really drove around. And generally in America, people talk to you like very openly. I have the impression, right? In Japan, if somebody approaches me, it might be like a compliment or something about my hair, but usually I feel like I did something wrong when they talk to me.
We got 2 kind of sandwiches.
Oh my God, amazing.
wow.
Thank you.
Mushroom, sun-dried tomato, pesto
Wow.
sauce,
Okay.
then mozzarella
That's my
caprese.
favorite caprese.
Okay. We need to take a little bit of a content break
Make more
here
impressions.
and make more content. Hold on, let me. We got to get some shots of this.
Oh my God, that's so pretty.
So
Mille grazie.
what are the 2 different sauces? The 2 different sauces.
Yeah, 2 different. This is a sun-dried tomato pesto, and this is a basil pesto. And this has sauteed mushrooms over mozzarella, arugula, and tomato, and the caprese over arugula, tomato, and pesto.
Content creating is. He's wondering why we're not eating, but we're creating content. We eat with our eyes first and our cameras.
We wanted to ask if you have some.
I feel sorry for the sandwich.
That's
Yeah, I feel. So,
They're nice and crispy.
Oh my God, we gotta eat.
you should actually feel sorry for us.
I want it so bad. Do you have drinks? Quickly.
Yes.
We're all about the pink drinks today.
Yes.
But that's
I can. Okay, so I guess we
Sorry.
can start eating. We'll be chewing too. We'll keep the
We
podcast
just
going.
did like a
there'll be-
mukbang kind of
though,
podcast.
yeah, it's turning into a mukbang here. I'm gonna just bring the camera back. It might fall over, but we'll just go ahead and open this up. What are we drinking? I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, because like I saw you in the car next to me. It took forever to get your attention.
Pink citrus. Yes.
That was so funny.
You're
to me.
learning about LA, how hard it is to park.
Yes, that's true. Oh my God, that's my impression. But I feel like that's every big city,
Oh, this
right?
is so good.
Yay.
This is
Cheers.
cheers. Pink citrus.
Pink citrus.
Yeah. I do feel that Yusuf's is definitely I mean, people know about him, but I don't think he's appreciated the way he should be.
I appreciate him.
The first thing I'm going to try is the caprese.
I'll do that with you. Cheers.
Cheers. Hold on, I got to film myself eating too.
Same.
Yeah. I don't think I did it enough at the.
It's just like always the easy videos where you just film yourself eating, put some text over it. You don't do like lazy content.
I don't do that.
But I do.
This is so good. What do you think?
C'est trop bon. Sorry, I said it.
Scream in French. Go ahead.
C'est trop bon. Incroyable.
What should I say? Fire, man.
Are we still podcasting right now?
Yeah, but basically us chewing.
I got distracted.
The crunching and the chewing. I'll try to cut out as much chewing and crunching as possible.
We were scolded by Yusuf because we weren't eating. Rightfully so.
Well, he put a lot of effort into making these from scratch.
So good.
The cheese is so incredible.
Like the bread, the cheese. Because in Japan, they do have baguette sometimes, I guess. You know, actually, fun fact, in Germany, it's really hard to find good baguette, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. And like, France is just there. Come on. we make good bread in Germany, but German baguette doesn't always hit the same way. I always try to go to like French bakeries.
I love the baguettes at Vietnamese places. They put rice flour in them, and they're very springy. And so I've been going to Westminster and getting like incredible banh mi with, and there's bakeries that make vegan proteins from scratch. So like lemongrass beef, and they literally make the seitan and the soy product.
Yeah, Vietnam hit on another level in terms of vegan. I went last year in May.
Oh yeah.
Or April? Yeah, somewhere there. So good.
How was your experience there? Did you have any issues with cooking, with food?
Food was so easy, right? Because I think somebody told me like they do that in Taiwan too, but in Vietnam on the 1st and 15th they always eat vegan, right? So it's like very incorporated. And also like when somebody in their family dies, they will eat like vegan for a while. It's
kind of the purifying their soul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you just always do that then? Like, why do you anyways?
Yeah. No, I know.
But what I found funny in Vietnam, right?
There goes our. Okay, there goes the podcast.
I also wanted to try like the coconut coffee because that's the thing. I don't really drink coffee, but it sounded interesting. But I didn't find any like coffee with milk alternatives. Even like there's this building with the many coffee shops, and there was one vegetarian cafe in there, and even they didn't have any milk alternative, only like cow's milk.
Oh, because of the condensed milk.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's sort of a rare thing.
I guess so, but like if that's your specialty, I feel like at least like one or two places would do it, but like we couldn't find any place that gave me but like we even went to a cafe and I just wanted a chai latte and they couldn't even just put soy milk in it. So I thought that was so interesting that like vegan food was super easy and so nice and like everywhere we went, but like actually finding a vegan coffee or any like vegan milk alternative was really hard.
Yeah. There's a
Oh, super. J'aime bien. C'est mon sandwich préféré.
Yeah, it's so good. Just magnifique.
I love it so much. So good.
I only take her to the best places.
Yes.
We're not going to McDonald's here.
I'm planning to go to Mr. Charlie's.
Mr. Charlie.
Oh, okay. The one in Brentwood or the one in Hollywood? There's one down that way.
You spend enough time with me to know that I don't have that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not that far yet. I'm not planning. They're opening actually two in San Diego soon too, but they're not opening yet.
Yeah. So.
But fun fact for me also in America, because I went to New York a lot. Something's always funny also with milk alternatives because I'm a soy girl, Like Kikoman sponsor me. I really love soy milk, but I feel like in America soy milk is becoming less popular. I guess people were scared about hormones or something, which is just like BS. But
also soy was like the first milk alternative, and so it's seeming like it's a part of the past.
Interesting. That's so interesting to hear your perspective on it, because like I'm like, I don't know, at least in Japan, many coffees now have soy, because soy is very popular in Japan, right? Like tofu is very staple food, and soy milk is also, many people just drink soy milk, not even ideologically, it's just what they drink because soy is very agreeable, right? Soy and rice, that's why it's very popular in Japan. Yeah. But like in America, like I do find it, but I feel like, why not more?
Actually, back on the Vietnamese coffee situation, there's a company called Nature's Charm, and I don't know if their products are available in Japan, but they actually make a vegan condensed milk, and they make all sorts of different like vegan barista stuff.
I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to make,
But yeah, that's the interesting thing about Vietnam is like, or even like we have a place called Little Saigon here in Los Angeles, where eating vegan, vegetarian is just part of the culture, and so they're not fighting the battles that we fight.
That's true.
Culturally, like in America, where it's like, this is unacceptable, or this is gonna, hormones, or the soy is gonna, ruin your life or make you go insane.
I'm just like, every Asian country would be dead by then because like tofu is just such a staple.
Yeah, no, I mean, just arguing about, and then, there's so much misinformation too that's pushed out.
It's true.
So, you do a lot of the like activism, in Japan, and how do you feel that you received?
I wonder about that a lot, right? I mean, when I make content online and it goes like a bit bigger, I don't have like huge content yet, but yeah, sometimes there will be, we call it Japan glazers, right? Like people who just won't accept any content creator saying anything negative about Japan ever, both foreigners and Japanese people, and they're just like, oh, you don't like I have made a video literally like there's a soy yogurt and there's a big one and a small one, and the big one is vegan but the small one has gelatin for some reason, but the packaging looks the same, it's just different packaging sizes, and I made a video about that, and people I'm like, oh, it's kind of complicated to be a vegan because these kind of stuff can happen. And people literally tell me like, why don't you just go home to your country then? I'm like, I didn't even criticize Japan. I criticized unclear labeling, right?
Or it's perfectly acceptable to go to the Otter Cafe,
oh my God, yes,
or the Pig Cafe, and then I see it all the time where people are just like, I went to Japan, come with me on this trip to Japan. They go to some of like Japan Disneyland, and then immediately they're at a mini pig or cafe, and it's like perfectly acceptable for them.
Exactly.
And they don't understand how the animals are treated.
I totally understand the allure, right? Because we're all like, oh, cute, and you want to go there. But yeah, like that's why I try to make content because like micro pig, for example, it's not a thing, right? Like I try to educate people about the fact that when these pigs grow bigger, they're not, they're not in the micro pig cafe anymore. You can only wonder what happens to them. I'm pretty sure they're not just going to be pets, so yeah, it's very, very sad. So I really try to make people aware of not supporting this animal abuse tourism and show alternatives. For example, something that's really cool to do in Japan. I don't know if you have that here, probably you do, but they have these marine towers. So it's just from the beach, you can usually walk on a little thing, a little ramp, and then you go to a tower and you can see fish from there. So basically you're encapsulated and you just see the free fish roaming around the tower. So there's a lot of animal-based tourism you can do. And actually people are grateful when I educate them because, for me, what happened, 2 times I spent money accidentally on animal-based tourism. One time in Beppu, in Oita, they have these 7 onsen. And one of the onsen is, I think, they're also called hells. And this one really is hell because they have these alligators there. And it's just maybe hundreds of alligators crammed together in very small spaces, and they're not native there. They just thought, this water here is hot enough for the alligators, so let's just bring them here. I was shocked, because people were saying, oh, kawaii, cute in Japanese, but I almost wanted to cry because it was definitely not how they're supposed to live, they looked so lethargic. And the other time was in Kagoshima. There's a place called Sunmesse, and they have replicas of the Easter Island statues. Actually, it's the only place in the world that is officially allowed to have them. And I just wanted to see those. So I paid the entry, and then suddenly in there was these big tortoises in very small cages, and they kept pushing their head against the walls, which is a sign of stress for tortoises. And that's kind of the saddest part for me, right? Even if you don't try to go to these animal-based things, sometimes you accidentally still support it because you pay before you even see them.
Yeah, it's like a roadside attraction, and all of a sudden they we need to make it more interesting.
Exactly.
Let's torture some animals.
I really don't understand how it adds to the I think the onsen would have been prettier without the alligators. I think the tortoises it was just so random. It was not. I don't think people go there to very sad. And there was so much space there, so at least they could have given the tortoises more space, like I didn't yeah.
Like I remember, I don't know if this hotel still has it in Hawaii. There was this hotel. It was like an upscale hotel in near Honolulu, and they had this big like oceany kind of fountain, and in the fountain they had a dolphin, and it's like that's not where a dolphin should be.
Yep.
It should not be for rich people's amusement in an expensive hotel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just these are intelligent animals that should not be treated that way.
Yeah.
And but yeah, but the similar, Harajuku, where you see all these different baby animal attractions and lines of people, wanting to have that experience. Yeah.
It's like in Japan a bit like something that I become aware of more recently is that like in Japan animals often are not seen as really feeling things. I wonder if it's because partly like I don't know, my Japanese activist friends tell me it's not really like that, but basically the word for animal is dobutsu, and butsu, the kanji, is like thing. So it's like basically it means moving thing. So like I think that's part of the reason why animals often are not really seen as feeling beings, even pets, right? Like Japanese people love their pets and like they will buy them buggies and clothes, but like often even during the day they will put them in small cages so that they don't wreck the flat. Like many dogs, like people have cameras and it's really, the dog is in like a super small space. And Earthling Ed came to Japan last year also, and he also wrote about this, that like after one of his like speeches, a lady came up to him and told him like, oh, I never thought about animals as like things that feel or like, feeling beings. So like that's something that I want to incorporate into my activism more. I mean, we do like Cubes of Truth, right, where we show like the animals being tortured. And so the reactions are very interesting, right? Some people would just walk by and laugh, which gives me some anger, but like I understand it's kind of the discomfort, right? Some people just laugh when they're just uncomfortable. But I've definitely seen people also cry, and like, I mean, that's how I became vegan too, right? I saw like videos like that and I realized what happens. Even though we all know it, I think sometimes we just really need that wake-up call. But yeah, it really seems some people just, I think that's not a debate you have, like when I watch activism in the West, it's not really a debate whether they have feelings so much, right? It's more like, in the West, people just like, whatever, I don't care, or like I feel entitled to, or I don't want to change my ways. But in Japan, we even have to start like almost a step early and be like, hey, by the way, animals do have feelings and are intelligent, and so it's a bit different approach. And how I'm perceived, it's because obviously, right, like people online tell me like, go back to your country. So I always wonder when I'm on the street with my activist friends, am I helping, like, or am I even a deterrent, right? Because I'm obviously quite idiosyncratic for Japan. I have purple hair. I look a bit different, but I mean, I've learned a lot of Japanese in terms of activism speech recently, and people do listen to me. And when I talk to them, I also feel like sometimes I get through to them. So I think sometimes I also draw people in because I look a bit interesting, so they want to talk to me. And I use like this tokenism to bring the vegan message across. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel like I'm perceived. Yeah, could be good, could be bad. But yeah.
I think that we're really debating also right now the vegan community about approach, because I think that's something that we need to look at, like how we approach talking about veganism to people. I don't know, some people, I mean, I've been in a situation where there've been people that have said to me that I'm, whatever, pick me vegan, or someone who's like soft pedals the activism. I feel that we need to work within what's comfortable within ourselves. But we're teachers when we're on that front line.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, what do you feel about when there are? I mean, definitely activists that are in your face, going to aquariums, shaming people for giving money to a marine land or SeaWorld or those these places. So what are your thoughts about that?
It's a good question. Like I'm from Germany, and like one of the big German influencers, the Militant Vegan. I don't know if you've seen her. It's like this,
I think we follow each other.
Yeah.
But there's this other guy, Gary Urowski.
Oh yeah, Gary Urowski.
And then he's like
he's
pro-Trump, and he's like, I mean,
like that recently. I don't even want to get into that because it leads too far. But I admire this like very aggressive approach, and like I wish I could do it more, because some of like the vegan activists that do it with in Japan also are more like this. Like it's a bit, for me, it's a very big dichotomy in Japan specific. Like I would say I have like these two personas on Instagram, like, hey, I'm trying this food, and here, like, and then on Threads I'm very much like, you know, a bit more of the hardcore activist where I'm like, you know, just leave animals alone.
It's almost like we have multiple personalities or something.
We're not a cult though. So like I really admire the approach where you can really straightforward to be to people like that, and that like it has inspired me a lot. Like,
but you get to a point where you're alienating a base without. I know you're giving comfort to a lot of vegans. Like, yeah, he's right, and in some ways, even if you're right about animal suffering and the billions of animals that are, even if you're correct about that, is that the correct message to put across
so when
you're trying to convince someone that they're going the wrong way?
Yeah.
Maybe some people will accept that.
I also feel like something different works for everybody, and so I feel like this approach is really good for specifically content online, because it just brings awareness. And I think just like for people having some awareness about veganism is so good, specifically when I then have one-on-one conversations, because then I can be like a bit more the nicer person, right? Because people have seen the shocking image, they felt the shame maybe a little bit, whether it was specifically put onto them. But so when I have a conversation one-on-one with people, usually I would not talk like this. And you know, it opens them up a bit more for it too, right? Because maybe if you never heard veganism, then you're kind of rejected by default. But if you've seen one of the crazier, more hardcore activists, then when like I've had that before, like I talk to people like, oh, I'm glad you're not like this and this. And like I tell them, actually, I am like this too. Like, right now I'm talking to you and I see you're open to it, right? So like it kind of primes them a bit. Like I work in marketing, right? And we usually say you have to see a message 7 times till it sticks. So I feel like just by seeing some of these hardcore videos, and they just do get more reach, right? Controversy is what social media loves. So I feel like it's good to just spread the message to many people, even if they will always reject it at first. I think nobody here just go vegan or, hey, cool, the influencer showed me one vegan sandwich, now I'll be vegan. I think that's not how it works. I think, you know, like you need to just be aware of what it is. And when I do the one-on-one approach, I really try, like, people always feel attacked themselves. I'm always like, it's not about you. It's not about me. I don't want to be better than you. Like, it's about the animals. Like when you consume animal products, animals die for it. This is just a fact, right? I really try to keep it very, very factual and not like about them. I'm like, this is what happens when we do that. Do you want to do that, right? Like that's just the question I try to ask them. Like you have that power to choose from today not to be a part of that anymore, right? And that's kind of where, like, I think also Gary V, like, or Gary, I forgot his name. Yourofsky.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good kind of basis to have, right? Make it about the animals, show people that they have the power to change it.
But it's definitely confrontational.
It's confrontational, but like I feel like whenever people say like, you think you're better, I'm like, it's not about that. I don't care about me. I don't care about you. I just care about the animals, and that we don't need to do that. Right? Really try to kind of level with people a little bit in that way. And yeah, in a way, it also helps not to water down the vegan message too much, right? Because there's also this theory of like, once we have 5% vegans, like everybody will know a vegan, so it will be way more normalized than even now. So I do believe in that approach too, right? Like we need to have a consistent, clear message, because now people are confused. Like just actually in Erewhon, right? We met this girl and we talked about veganism and what was the product? But she said, oh, but there's GMO in there, right? I'm like, that's fair to mention that, but it doesn't really have anything to do with veganism. But people are confused because people think, oh, vegans are like very whole foods only. Vegans are very healthy, but that's not what veganism is. Like people often ask me, oh, you must be so healthy. I'm like, looks at my bestie shopping bag with like all the sugar in it. Like, I think it's really important to really always bring the message back to the animals. Remind people this is why we do this. We don't do this to make you feel bad. We many of us ate meat themselves, right? But as soon as like I realized the connection, that's what it's all about. Make that connection. You see.
I mean, maybe because I do something maybe a little differently.
Yeah.
What I try to do is when I make my videos, you know, obviously I'm making a recipe video, or you know, and you know, I'm making I feel like sometimes just making a vegan bacon is provocative enough, but the situation is to create engagement, and then in the comments section, you say, look. The reason I made this vegan bacon is I love the taste of bacon, but I can make it without sacrificing the animal, without, you know, and so a lot of times I feel like that might be a softer way, still being
firm about your convictions, but getting people excited about a recipe. Oh, look how cool he made mushroom bacon out of mushrooms, or he made his rice paper. Showing creative, interesting things, and then the comment section enforcing your. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's.
I think it's
maybe that necessarily works for me as a creator, because I don't see myself pushing out militant, content. I mean, every once in a while I'll do I'll do some environmental stuff. Every once in a while there'll be some animal content. I feel like the other thing is like. I feel like there's other people that are better at it than me.
Exactly. Like
I'm good at one thing.
And I think what you said in the beginning is so correct, right? Like everybody has their own approach to it, and I think we really need everything, right? Like, again, 7 messages, like, right? The militant vegan, she also she had a video. Probably it's not. I don't know if she came up with it, but there's like the scale, right? There's like, the incentivism to be vegan versus like the how difficult it is to be vegan, right? And we have to make this one lighter and then make it heavier, the instinct to the reason why to go vegan and has to be stronger, and how to be vegan has to be easier, right? So it's good to focus on how can you be vegan, and also why should you be vegan? Because if you're incentivized enough, you will always find a way, right? Well, and if it's easier, you're more incentivized to do it. So
there's a lot
to tip the scale.
There's a lot of militant vegans that don't like food content creators, and it's well, you need to have a path. You need to show a path of how. Okay, all right, go vegan. Yeah, well, how can we make it easier?
Yeah.
How can we figure out ways to make it, to make our own food, or reviews of vegan items or things like that.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's just as important as, once someone knows the message is committed to the message, you want them to have a positive, great experience, and then understand they can go some awesome place like Fromage and have French cheese that's incredible. Instead of just okay, well, I'm just a robot. Just feed me oats or whatever, oats and soy.
Yeah. But I guess that's why they think it's important, right? Because if you're really convinced, you will just, it is important to have the vegan mindset, right? Because otherwise, as soon as it gets difficult, you would stop it. Right.
Well, I feel like the hardest part is the social aspect of veganism.
That's true. But that's why we need to train more vegans.
You recently came from Vegas. Was there any times when you felt like, oh, I'm with a bunch of omnivores and I'm alone?
I mean, I was mentally prepared for it, right?
Yeah, we all are.
It is I do try to regular, in Osaka, even because I'm doing community events and stuff, I managed to mainly hang out with vegans at this point. So I'm always I should hang out with my non-vegan friends just to stay a bit grounded. Actually, I had a very super random story, but I went to Honey's Farm Sanctuary, who was animal rescue in Japan, completely vegan, the only vegan animal rescue in Japan. Actually, the animal rescues and the owners eat meat, which doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, Honey's, all the owners are vegan and they're very pro-animal. And I came from the rescue and went to my non-vegan friend's birthday party, and I showed people videos of me playing with the pigs there, and literally in that moment they served some pork roast.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for me I think if I had been with my vegan friends, I would have felt comfortable to cry about this. But obviously everybody kind of laughed it off. But internally I wanted to cry about it. Of course, it's my friend's birthday party, so I'm not gonna make a scene there. But that's really how I felt in that moment, seeing the dead animal on the table.
It's that disconnect.
It is the disconnect. I try to of course bring the message off with my friends, but you also don't want to completely alienate yourself. But I mean, with my friends there, they knew that I'm vegan, and there was one vegetarian girl too. So at least we kind of always went to friendly places. But yeah, like I said, in Osaka mainly, I'm not that much confronted often with meat eaters anymore. I usually eat with vegans. When I went to Vegas for the Bachelorette, I did see a lot of meat being consumed close to me. And I always offered my vegan food, we were 6 people. I always offered everybody to try, just to show them, hey, we're here, you could just order this. But yeah, even when there was a vegan version of a breakfast burrito or chicken waffle, they would just always opt for the non-vegan version.
Yeah, there's definitely in Vegas, oh, let's have a big thick steak or eat a lobster. That's sort of that culture.
Yeah. But yeah, luckily we also went to Tacotarian, so like they also sometimes it's you can also pull the group to like try vegan food, and they all really liked it. So hopefully can some and I try to do like soft messaging, like also show them videos of animals and like, by the way, this is like the life that you
This steak you're eating right now, this is how it's processed.
Exactly. Yeah, I show them more like the cutesy videos just to like make the connect while we eat and like really hammer that home. But yeah, sometimes it takes a while for people, they must hear the message a few times, and maybe the next time they see a video, it like will might click. Like I often feel like it's planting roots. Like I know for AV activism, and for voices, you want to always leave them with the pledge to go vegan then and there, which I also think is really cool because I've seen people where it really works and they have a really good approach to it. But yeah, it's almost easier to do that with strangers than with like people that you already have a relationship with who like
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm in my late 50s, and so I have a lot of older friends, and I'm like, you're having all these health problems. Maybe you should cut out the meat.
What's
maybe
the
you
reaction
can flip.
usually?
No, I mean, it's realistic. I mean, it's not. I'm not like. It's not like I'm telling them, go vegan, but I'm just saying, like, look, this is a healthier path for you. Usually, it's greeted with positivity. I mean, maybe when with people younger, it's a little different.
Like the only person that I personally know where I go hardcore is like my mom, because she often she liked at her birthday party vegan, for example, but she's not fully committed to veganism, but she lives close to farmland, and when we take a walk, sometimes we see like cows, and we can even pet them. And like I always tell her, Mom, like this is who's gonna be killed. Because I go like pretty hardcore with her.
Anyway, so let's just wrap up. We were abruptly the camera ran out of memory and all different things.
Vegan.
Anyway, so I don't know. Tell us about your socials, how we get a hold of you.
Yeah. My socials are all at veg.anita.dollar. Veganita, that's me. I'm in my handle or like in my bio, it's written vegan in Japan, still alive, and very much that's the message I want to bring across. If you're vegan and come to Japan, or vegan curious and in Japan, I make content about that, especially about Osaka, where I live.
Yes, and I will attest. We had a good time connecting in Japan. We're having a great time here in LA as well.
Testimonial for like if you come to Japan. Yeah, I'm also starting this like travel brand called Vegan Eco, so you can also follow that. And yeah, there I help people like specifically with travel and consulting about that too. So yeah, hit me up there. And I do community events, so free events to mingle with other vegans. So yeah, check it out.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.